Hello and welcome to Wild Owl TV. Blimey, 1 minute it feels like we're in Siberia, the next minute it's like I'm in Tenerife. It's just amazing today, but the snow is still on the ground. Now, it's been an amazingly exciting few days. It's obviously been very disruptive to anybody outside of their homes, but if, like me, you've been just stuck at home enjoying what's going on in your garden, then you would have been seeing all sorts of birds coming into the garden that you might not have seen before, including, of course, those wonderful fieldfares. So, as predicted, because the weather now has got milder, there's not a fieldfare in sight. There was 30 or 40 in my garden. I know many of you were reporting sightings in your garden, so that really was something to enjoy while it lasted. And I'm afraid to say, unless we have a similar sort of weather this year, which is unlikely, you're not going to see those birds for a long time unless you go somewhere else to see them. However, before this snow melts, I'm just having a little look around the garden because the garden now is obviously recovering. And the funny thing is while those fieldfares were in the garden and one or two other birds I've not seen very often, I noticed that my resident birds weren't so obvious. And you may have noticed in my videos there was a bit of an absence and my photographs of the robins. And the funny thing was while the garden had this influx of visitors, the robins seemed to stay away. And then now they've all gone, suddenly I'm seeing the robin again. The other thing that I noticed, quite understandably, was there was very little mammal activity, including the badgers and even the foxes. There was no footprints in the snow. However, this morning I'm just coming in and just like say in the garden doing a few bits and bobs, having a little look around, and I noticed there are some tracks. Now, I had the camera set up last night and I didn't see anything in the cameras, but if I come down here, you'll notice that there are some big footprints. Now, in the absence of yetis, abominable snowmans, of course I suspect this is badger prints because they're quite large. And now I'm no expert on animal tracks and signs, but let's have a look. If you have a look there, you can see definite claw marks. In fact, even better still on that one there. And the other clue that it's the badgers is the fact that this goes through past my electric fence, which I hasten to add is not been switched on for quite some time, but there's another story on that one. Of course I don't switch it on when the badgers are coming and going, so I can move that out of the way. And that's where these animals have been coming through, in that little area there. So, really interesting. Also, it looks like it's come around here and gone down through there, which again, for me, it's quite a deep footprint, which suggests, again, it's quite a heavy animal, and I'm pretty certain that's badgers. I'm going to get my book out and have a look. So, never really done animal tracks and signs in the garden, but when you've got snow, it really does give you some extra information. And the thing to remember, just get out of this little corner, the thing to remember is that if you can use the snow to see what particularly larger animals are coming into your garden, you know what their route is. So if you know what their route is, you can then start to plan how you can feed them, how you can almost like direct them into areas you want to feed them, and then gradually tempt them down into areas of the garden that you'd rather have them, so you can observe them and maybe photograph them or film them like I do. So just a little quick video post here, just to say that I've got lots of film. I've still got the waterfall video to post, and of course I've got some new footage now for that, and I've got a fat feeder video to post, which I'm excited about because there's some lovely looking birds on the fat feeder videos, and also I plan to do a little short video about the cameras that I use in the garden, because it's nothing special. I'm on a limited budget, but luckily I do have some useful gear that I use, and one particular item that I don't use very much because it's a load of crap. I'll talk about that another time. Once again, just my personal experiences. So there we go. The snow's melting. I hope you're not getting flooded out, because that is the other side of things. We're very lucky here where we live because we don't suffer from that. What is happening is the snow is melting. That's probably a hedgehog still hiding away in there, and as you can see, the pond now is gradually, the appearance is changing, and those apples that were on there for the thrushes, the fieldfares, they're now stuck on the pond. So I'm going to get the net in a minute and get them off, because I don't want to tempt anything onto the pond certainly not when the ice gets a bit thin. But the main thing is the waterfall is running and the birds have water naturally from me again. So I am going to finish now. I always ramble on, don't I? Thanks very much for watching Wild Owl TV, and I will just squeeze into the end of this little vlog, which I'm going to... Well, I must need to start calling vlogs now, don't I? I need to get up to date. Thank you so much for all the shares again. I cannot believe how that simple video, when I was there thinking I was talking to a few people around Yates in my local area about feeding the birds in the garden, has gone ballistic, and it's been viewed 2,500 times and shared nearly 100 times. So thank you for doing that, because at the end of the day, whether it's not, as I say, a completely comprehensive video, but the main thing is, is what makes me feel really good about these things, is that it has informed lots of people that aren't birders, they're not experienced wildlife people, and just to make a difference there makes it all worthwhile, and every share has reached more people. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you as always, and it inspires me to keep on doing Wild Owl TV. We've got lots to look forward to this year. So if you're new to Wild Owl TV, have a look at some of my older videos, either on Facebook or on YouTube. Twitter, I don't do Twitter simply because I haven't got enough hours in the day, and it's a work-life balance, because none of this makes me any money, so I have to go out and earn money as well with my talks and school visits. So please promote people, point them my way if you want a school visit or a talk. But otherwise, have a look at those videos, because there's lots of information, but we do have lots to look forward to. And as I'm talking to you, one of my favourite little birds has just missed it. Oh no, there's another one on there. Is that one, or was it? No, it's a leaf. Hard to see through this viewfinder. That was a Goldcrest. But anyway, very high-pitched little squeak. I'm doing it again. I'm rambling on. I'm going. Thanks for watching Wild Owl TV. See you... So he's back. No, I'm not going to see you soon. I'm going to see you now. There he goes. Oh, he's going down now. Isn't fine. This is what's going on. This garden's coming alive again. Where are you, Mr. Goldcrest? You're ruining my video. He's not going to be on the Niger, because I didn't go on Niger. He's down there somewhere. Let's go and see if we... Oh, it's my video. I'll do what I want, alright? There he is. They're very confiding. There you go. Look at this. They're stunning little birds. They really are so confiding. This is a little Goldcrest. Where you gone now? I can hear him. I can hear him. He's there somewhere. They really are stunning little birds. I wonder if they're going to nest this year. Oh, I can see some movement in there. There he is. Where are you? I got you. He's in there. There's a lot of Goldcrests in Yates in this surrounding area. It really is surprising. I'm just going to see if we can show you this bird. As you can tell, he's not at all worried about the fact that I'm here, because they really are very confiding. There he is, up on the fence. Oh, focus your camera. I think we're going to have to edit this film. Welcome back, and there's our Goldcrest. I've just spent the last 10 minutes chasing him around the garden, and he's picking up bits of fat, I suspect, off of the fat feeders. And one of the things that I've installed in the garden, so we're not ending this broadcast, by the way, as you might have guessed. One of the things I've done in the garden here is I've installed predator netting. To be more precise, cat netting. And all along, where are you? All along my fence here, I've got a very fine mesh. Now, it's not a large mesh. That's very important, because hedgehogs and birds could get fouled up in a large aperture netting. So very important that you have very, very fine netting, and this is very fine netting. Stunning little birds these are. Where are you? Oh, that's better. Go on the fence. He's being awkward. This is a Goldcrest. Oh, he's gone. And this netting, by the way, welcome to part 2. This netting is like this, very, 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 very fine. I don't know if you can see that. That's really fine. Now this is actually netting that is sold to go around scaffolding to protect any pedestrians. So it's extremely fine. Look how fine this is. So it has there's no danger. The birds won't get caught in it. And I use this same netting on my owl aviaries. But what it means is that when you have a bird feeding on the ground, like I did there with that little Goldcrest, a predator like a cat, and cats are going to be the main risk to this little bird, it can actually pounce on it, because if you put your netting around, even if you made your own little almost enclosure where you're feeding the birds, a cat would have to go up over the top of the netting, which is unlikely to do, and it's going to give the birds just a split second to get out of the grasp of that cat's claw. So I like this stuff, and I've been using this in the garden, and it's worked really well. And I'm going to put this around the garden. So I also use it to block off places. So once again, like in here where I've got a little wood pile here, a stone pile, it's my brain again working backwards, and it's there to just prevent the cats hiding in here or just running out and pouncing. So this is what I've done all the way along here underneath the feeders. So that is another top tip from Wild Owl TV. I am going now, and as always I've rambled on, so thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with some new posts. Bye for now. Bye.